and that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Raiders and the Rams, next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win, and I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
From SoFi Stadium. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the #1 things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Carr. be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And they work this out past the 25. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Now a handoff. Henderson shedding the tackle. Henderson a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and get your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Rolling to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to push his way through. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Henderson going to run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Matthew Stafford first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. A first down and more for Drake. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Here's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips from the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now after the running play, we got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On 1st down, Carr. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down. Staff under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Max Crosby gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score time.
7-7, our score after 1.
Johnny Hecker on the punt.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Micah Kaiser in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he's able to get it out of there. Here's Jackson. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Rams. Deshaun Jackson, 51 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On the return comes Drake. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 31, Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Carr. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did, because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Raiders. John Brown from a yard out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson down to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jackson now to return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down at Stafford. Rolling to his right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there for L.A. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return comes Drake. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. With it is Jackson. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams add on to their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Raiders on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Jackson. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing to Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Rams field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a core part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. It's caught left side by John Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, it's Carr.
This goes out wide for Drake.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kenyon Drake, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Jackson now to return.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. He'll buy some time right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there just before halftime.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.